As always, if you find these videos useful, please click the like button for the video itself and subscribe to our channel. If you subscribe, click the bell to be notified of new videos. As you know, if you watch our video series, you recognize that we believe that Microsoft's Power Platform is in fact revolutionizing the way in which organizations can deploy technical solutions. But of all of the recent innovations that the Power Platform brings, one of the most impactful and interesting is known as Power Virtual Agents. Now, with this service, just like most of the other components that make up the Power Platform, you don't need to be or hire a programmer to create powerful user experiences. Now, in the case of Power Virtual Agents, that user experience consists of an interaction with an intelligent chatbot which resides on your public-facing website or your own intranet. The idea is that this chatbot, which you yourself design and then imbue with all of the content, the logic, and the conversational flows that your team would normally deliver in a pre-sales or a customer service call, will be able to provide important information to your customers or constituents in a conversational manner. And that's the whole point, because with a Power Virtual Agent, it's quite possible to design a useful and content-rich chatbot that interacts with clients and customers 24 hours a day and without using the resources of your staff. Having said that, it's all well and good to have a chatbot presence on your website to deliver useful information in a conversational manner, but what if someone needs to interact with a human? Well, now this is where Microsoft has taken the next logical step with the introduction of what is known as Omnichannel for customer service. This add-on to Microsoft Dynamics 365 customer service allows for the seamless handoff from the virtual agent on the website to your staff working in Microsoft Dynamics 365 with the Omnichannel application open and ready to take escalations. And that's what we intend to demonstrate in this video. So let's get started. Now, this split screen here might need a little explanation. On the right side is a typical company website, in this case a specialty manufacturer. And as you can see, they have a Power Virtual Agent installed. On the left is Omnichannel for customer service. So to be clear, these are two different systems used by two different people, separated from each other. We're just showing them to you on one screen. In this case, a website visitor and a customer service representative. Now on the left, you can see that the Omnichannel for customer service agent dashboard shows that this particular agent is green, which indicates available. And on the right, we see the visitor initiate a chat session, and they're greeted by the virtual agent, not the human agent. And as you can see, the visitor is guided in the conversation by the virtual agent. This visitor chooses service, and the chatbot continues to guide the conversation, although it's possible at any time for the visitor to type something into the chat which may deliver a specific set of information based on triggering key phrases. Now, a well-designed chatbot, which has the capability of handing the conversation off to humans, will frequently ask the customer or constituent if their questions were answered. And it's also good practice to provide the ability for the visitor to rephrase the question. In this case, however, it's clear that the person chatting now needs the help of a live agent. And so the transfer begins. As you can see, the chatbot has informed the visitor of the transfer. Now over on the left, because the human agent was available, they're prompted to accept the transfer from the virtual agent. If there were more than one live agent using the Omnichannel, which had their status as available, they would get the same invitation. And as you can see, this instance is configured for a 2-minute timeout. The agent accepts the conversation. Now, first thing you can see on the left is that the entire conversation, everything the visitor and virtual agent discussed is brought into the window, which allows the live agent to scroll up and down through the conversation for historical context. Now, there are a number of very powerful features that Omnichannel provides the live agent. First, we see a list of various greetings and other snippets of conversation that the live agent can use without even having to type. And you'll notice that these snippets contain variables to automatically insert the name of the agent. Needless to say, you can create as many of these as you like. Another feature is a private public channel. This is because one of the things the agent can do is invite other staff or supervisors into the conversation. And with the public-private toggle, which is color-coded, the agent can carry on a conversation with someone else without the visitor seeing the internal chat. Not only can others be brought into the conversation, but the entire session can be transferred to another agent in the event that perhaps they're better positioned to help the visitor. One of the most important things to understand is that Omnichannel for Customer Service is simply an add-on to Dynamics 365 Customer Service, which is your customer relationship management system, which means that all of your customer and potential sales data exist in the same system. This means that we're able to link a conversation with a record in CRM as you see that the agent is doing right now. This unlocks the ability to take detailed notes, which not only exist here in the conversation, but also as a note under the contact itself. There are a couple more features that bear explaining. First, notice the timer at the top of the chat session. Now, this starts to count at the time of the handoff, and it provides important metrics so that you can understand what level of effort is being expended for each conversation and throughout the organization. In addition to that, there is a sentiment analysis using Microsoft's artificial intelligence components. When the visitor praises the agent, the sentiment turns positive. When they're effusive in their praise, it turns even more so. Needless to say, it could go the other direction as well. At some point, the conversation will end. It can end from either side. The visitor can simply close the chat window, which will end the conversation, and the agent can end the conversation by clicking the end button at the top. We'll go ahead and say goodbye and then end the conversation from the agent's side. Now you might notice that the counter has reset, and this is because from the perspective of the agent, the session is still actually active. So really what the system is doing now is counting the so-called wrap-up phase. And during this time, the agent can take notes, they can complete internal conversations. One thing you might notice here is that the presence of the agent is still red, which means that they're still working on an interaction. This is quite helpful so that they're not interrupted by another handoff from the Power Virtual Agent while they're trying to complete their notes from this one. When it comes time to actually complete the work itself, they will click the small X as shown here and then agree to end the conversation. This turns it to read-only and sets it in a completed queue. And you will notice that Omnichannel now communicates with the service to set the stage for the agent to be available again for another handoff. One helpful feature is that the agent themselves can set their availability if they need to take a break or otherwise step away for some reason. And again, because this is a customer relationship management system, anyone with access to the system can visit the contact record for the customer and see not only all of the activities logged, such as phone calls, appointments, tasks, and the like, but any conversations that they have had with any live agent. This platform, Power Virtual Agent, has had some enormous successes and have garnered several case studies published by Microsoft. In one notable case, a workforce board in Southern California saw their inbound phone volume reduced by 70%, which was an enormous benefit during the unemployment crisis due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Whether it's sales, customer service, or public service, I'd venture to say that just about every busy organization could benefit with a well-designed chatbot that can hand itself off to a live human agent. If you'd like more information about Power Virtual Agents or any other aspect of the Power Platform, please visit netwoven.com and reach out. We are here to help. Thank you.